In today's Bluechip Mindset series, I, MrShowTym, am going to be discussing all white black tie events, an opportunity, an occasion where the elite get to conduct business. And you are watching the showcast. Welcome back to the MrShowTym showcast. Today, we're going to be discussing exclusive all-white black tie events. These are opportunities for you to sort of like grease the tires, so to speak. Understand something. We are talking about, we've all know of, all white events. And I say all white, I'm not talking about ethnically all white. No, I'm talking about literally they wear all white clothes. Okay? Black tie events. Okay? Like the Met Gala. Or I almost said the Diddy freak off parties. No. But even then, excuse me for mentioning too soon. Maybe, but the Diddy freak off parties are all white events. Now I'm talking about the main parties, not the freak off parties. The freak off parties are something else. Okay, so let us disregard the freak off parties. But even Pete Diddy himself, a member of the elite, would create these circles, parties, inviting other elites to dress up in all white attire or black tie events. Well, they typically wore an all white attire. This is where business is conducted, ladies and gentlemen. Have you seen Cristiano Ronaldo back in the day attending parties and rubbing shoulders with Paris Hilton, Jennifer Lopez? As a matter of fact, this one time, I think it was a couple of years ago, where Jennifer Lopez surprised her niece, I think, cousin or younger cousin or niece, surprised her with a birthday. It was her birthday, with a birthday present of meeting Cristiano Ronaldo, and this was on social media, right? So you might think that these gatherings and these events are simply a means of pleasure and time to shoot the no. You see, we are talking about a rare opportunity that any of you will ever have. How many people do you know that can say they went to an all-white exclusive, okay? Mind my French. I said exclusive, no. It's exclusive, okay? How many people in general can say they've ever went to a black tie event? Very few. Now, how can you, Mr. Average Normie NPC, Mr. Bot, how can you use these all-white black tie events for you to move up and scale yourself up the social ladder and to potentially rub shoulders amongst the elites? Well, connections are everything. Connections mean a lot. Okay, for some people, they can make it on their own. But that's a far steeper hill to climb. Most people, we need connections. We need people who know people, who know people, who know people, who can offer us as a hot referral. Now, in the manosphere, there's this term called, a hot referral or a cold referral. What you want is to be a hot referral. Okay, so you have someone who knows 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 someone. They can get you in. They can show you in these VIP exclusive circles. You're gonna need a friend. This is why it's important to be, but in order for you to have such friends, such a person who potentially knows people who can connect you to people, first and foremost, you need to have something of value to offer in return. You see, when you have so-called hot friend, sorry, not hot friend, friend that can offer you as a hot referral. So let's say talking to Johnny Wishbone. Your friend is Johnny Wishbone, and Johnny Wishbone happens to know a lot of friends, right? In high level connections. Johnny Wishbone has high level connections. He has access and phone numbers of congressmen, maybe even presidents, celebrities, musicians, artists, Hollywood directors, motion picture producers, executive producers. Okay? The list goes on and on and on. It doesn't need to be specific. Don't rush to get to the top. Don't rush. What you need is, like rock climbing. You don't just like from this stone to that stone. No, those little grabbing pieces, those little climbing pieces, stepping pieces. No. There's one here, and then 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 here, and here. You climb up. So forth, you get the idea, right? So it would be beneficial to you if you have a friend that you know for a fact has quick access to Lil Wayne's publicist, to Jennifer Lopez makeup artist, okay? To an FBI director, Secret Service security detail. Or in the form of like they follow them. You see, if your friend is followed, not following, not just following, your friend is followed. Johnny Wishbone, he is followed by other people in high level connections. Okay? That's your opportunity. But first, like I said, have something of value to offer. What is it that you're good at? What is it that you are undeniably an exception to? Are you an artist? Are you good at writing a symphony that even Elvis Presley would be like, or William Shakespeare would be like, not bad, kid. Not bad. What is it that you're good at? Are you an athlete? I mean, being an athlete, you already have clout, but we're just starting at base level. What is it that you're good at? Are you good at public speaking? Are you an expert when it comes to fashion? You're an expert when it comes to fashion. In the words of St. Kevin Samuels, # show your work. You need to monetize your skills for the world to see. For anyone, anywhere, at a drop's notice. For them to be able to look you up and see. And let them witness your expertise to the point where they're like, yo, this guy is good at playing a guitar and he's very good. He's not yet recognized, but you know what? Let me be the first to scout him out before other people snatch him up. You need to be so good. You need to be so hard to ignore. What is it that you're good at? What talent do you have that you're just absolutely an exception to? I can't tell you that. You know. You know. And if you don't know, find it. Because that's that's what you start with. That's your starting point. So, a day comes. You and your friend, who's well connected to, VIP people. I said VIP people because the P stands for people. Very important person. VIP people. And an event is scheduled for a week in advance. An all-white, all-black tie event, exclusive. Or at the very least, it costs like 100,000 per head. The more expensive it is, the better. Don't be cheap. The more expensive it is, the better. You should say good. Because as soon as you enter this event, this exclusive event, just by your mere presence of you being there, people automatically assume, okay, this guy is someone for him to be here in the first place. This guy is someone. Now, you and your friend, Johnny Wishbone, understand something. You organize with your friend and say, okay, listen, hey, Johnny, can you get me in? Can you, care to feature me in? Are you going to this all-white black tie event, next week? And hey, listen, man, we're buddies and, care to feature a guy, give me a feature, right? And then Johnny Wishbone is like, hey, I don't know, man, but because I had to pull some strings with so and so, the not manager, but the host of the party. Let's say the host owns like a huge mansion, a huge triple-story, 100 square mile mansion yard. Okay. Understand something. Johnny Wishbone, since you're not known, is taking a major risk inviting you over in the first place. Because, the elite people tend to invite other elite people. And when there's someone new, it's like, it's all eyes on you. Not in the way that you think. They're just wondering, okay, who's this new guy on the block? What is it all about? Okay? And really for truly at that point, it's yours to lose because Johnny Wishbone is gonna, make some calls and say, yo, listen, at this upcoming event, do you mind if I bring a friend? Do you mind if I bring a +1? Okay? Now, you and Johnny Wishbone may go out on a double date. So it's Johnny Wishbone and his female accomplice, you and your +1 accomplice. Okay, so it's like the four of you. Each of you has a girl in your arm. You do yourself a favor if this particular girl doesn't even need to be your girlfriend. If it's just someone who just looks attractive. Or, if you don't have the financial means to, outsource a high-level escort for this event. If you don't have the money to do that, you can just, it's you and Johnny Wishbone, okay? It's not a train smash. But mind your appearance, okay? You have to make up for it in other areas. If you're not gonna bring like hot dates, these attractive escorts, these +1s, then you're gonna have to make up for it in other places. your dress code. It doesn't even have to be, you don't have to be required to wear all white. Let's just talk about if it's a black tie event, everyone's wearing tuxedos, Yeah. Your brand, the brand of your tuxedo matters. You know why? Because someone, at some point, they're going to approach you and they're going to try and spark up a conversation. Now, let's say, for example, okay, Johnny Wishbone is able to get you in the event. Please, oh please, try to act natural. Try to come across as you've been here before, even though you haven't. But try to come across as if you've been here before. Don't enter the event and be like, oh my God, oh, this is the best day of my life. And no. Relax, act natural, okay? Try to put not your best foot forward, but try to put your second best foot forward. Now, what do I mean by that? You want to put your second best foot forward because, one, you don't want to come across as a tryhard, okay? Two, you want to put your best foot forward because you want people, as soon as you were able to reel them in, you're able to garner their attention. Now you have a means to pull them in closer to you for them to see your expertise. That is like one step above. So you don't want to bring people in and they're like, okay, what are you about? Okay, you're about XYZ, okay. And you have no gear up. You at your maximum. No. You don't want to like deflate or disappoint them. Like, oh, okay. No. You want to be like, when they experience you, you have one more gear up to offer. And then they're impressed. So you enter the venue, okay? You're wearing a Ralph Lauren suit. Tailor-made, okay? Tailor-made. And you start to socialize, Johnny Wishbone, you'll be with Johnny Wishbone and he will start to, introduce you to, the pupils, okay? The patrons, okay? And like I said, try to act natural. Don't try to go above and beyond and try to like, hey, listen, by the way, yeah, I'm very good at playing the guitar and I know this this person who is an owner of a supercar garage. Don't try to like don't show all your cards at once. Don't show your cards at once. Okay, this is poker. There will be a time for that. Don't rush. So at some point, let's just say your friend Johnny Wishbone says, okay, hey dude, I'm gonna talk with Kevin over here. You go ahead and socialize and go touch grass with other folks, and then you split, right? And you go and socialize with other people, and it should be seamless. Be mindful of your body language. Most people, they're going to have their drinks here, in front of their chest. Now, what that communicates in terms of body language is that you are closed off. It's the same that you also don't want to stand like this with your hands crossed. No, because this is a barrier. Shout out to, what's this woman's name? Vanessa Edwards. She's a body language sex expert. And also, what's this guy? Charisma on Command. Yeah, those guys. Okay? So now I'm bringing their talking points into the mix. Trying to expand my point. Trying to elaborate my point. Don't have anything here in front of your chest because it comes across as you being insecure. Okay? Be open. Now, you can hold you're going to have like a glass, a drink in your hand. Try not to express closed off body language because If you express closed off body language, people are gonna think twice about approaching you. Just be loose. Be free. Come across as if you've been here before. And as a matter of fact, you wanna look as if you're only halfway impressed. Now, if you're a guy, you're most likely gonna have a female approach you. This is coming back to, you wanna maximize your looks maximize your assets, appearance wise. A woman approaches you. Let's say, for example, a woman approaches you. It doesn't even matter how old she is, because you're not there to for pickup artistry. No, you thirsty ninjas. Okay, keep it in your pants and control yourselves. Okay, there will be a time for that later. There will be doors open for that later, not now. Especially not if it's your first time. You're gonna make a good impression. So, let's say, for example, a woman approaches you. It may even be an elderly woman. She approaches you. At that point, ninja, understand, ever since you walked into the front door, ever since you pulled up into the parking lot, eyes were on you. Don't think eyes were on you in the park. No, someone has been having their eye on you. Okay? Someone important. And they're watching your every move. Always assume you're being watched, especially when you think you're not being watched. Especially when you can look around and say, oh, but no one's watching me. Yeah, guess what? That's when someone is definitely watching you, when you think you're not being watched. Someone is at the top bedrooms with a pair of goggles, slightly peeking out of, from the curtains, and they're watching you. And guess what? They are sending intel. They are sending back intel to other people who could potentially be intimidated by you. Why? Because you've made a good impression. Good. You make a good impression by how you dress. Try to be neat as possible and try to wear branded clothing. You have your hair on point. You got some jewelry on. You have like what the Americans call a timepiece, a Rolex, Tag Heuer. You see, even by you knowing certain things, you being knowledgeable and having insight to certain things can take you far. As a matter of fact, that's the next step, other than your appearance. Because your appearance will have people approach you. Now, you're going to have to lock them in. You're going to have to hook them, keep them hooked by having insightful stories to tell. Some insightful knowledge to share. Even now, I'm talking about Tag Heuer. So in other words, a lady approaches you, right? And her opener to you would be something very mediocre, such as, "Hi, I've been noticing you, and I like your tie." Something she could have complimented other things, but she complimented your tie. Now, does she really give a toss about your tie? Probably not. But now that is an opportunity for you to, make the hook. And you respond by saying, "Why, thank you, madam. It's actually designed by Ralph Lauren, La Roche, 1948. Boom, right there. What was so special about that phrase that I just uttered, what I just said? If you're approached by a beautiful woman, a very attractive one, the average normally would be like falling over their feet. So, thank you. You're so attractive, by the way. Total turn off. You have just fumbled your opportunities right then and there. Okay? But that response that I just gave opened up other doors, and it took her by surprise. Because typically she's not expecting a man to be knowledgeable about fashion and clothing items. Typically it tends to be a female specialty to to be knowledgeable about clothing items and brands and whatnot. Okay, now you just took her by surprise. She was like, wow. Now you just given her an opportunity to further uh, uh, converse or to talk to you about further things, deeper things. You just gave her an opportunity. You just gave her something to work with in terms of, because she's there. She's there to collect intel. Like I said, it can be a young, attractive female. It can even be an elderly woman with gray hairs. It's good either way, because you're not there to pick up some skirts. No, that elderly grandma could be the daughter, could be the mother or a grandmother of some hot piece of tail who happens to be somewhere out back further. And guess what? She's conversing with her female friends, with glasses, with champagne glasses in her hand. And guess what? She's doing this this whole time. She's doing this. She's watching. She's watching. She's watching to determine whether or not you're a creep, whether or not are you socially safe. And she sent either a friend, a mother, a grandma, a wingman, a wing woman to come and open you up so that she can just see. This is why I say always assume you're being watched. You never know who's watching. Always assume you're being scouted. Now you just gave her that fascinating opener. By the way, that was just random. You say, thank you, madam. This tie is tailor-made by Ralph Lauren, La Roche, 1948. I just completely made it up. Like, doesn't even have to mean much. Preferably, say things that actually exist. Say things that are actually real, right? So you can expand on that. Now you're busy conversing back and forth, and now she's asking you, oh, what do you do? Still don't put your best foot forward. Don't say that, oh, I do this. I'm an engineer at Google, and no. You can just respond by saying, we spy on people. I spy on people for a living. I do coding. I create software that is able to spy on people when they least expect it. Be witty. Be quick on your feet. Think fast on your feet. Be witty and have, offer some playful banter. And now she's thinking to herself, okay, this guy's alright. And then at some point, she might say, hey, listen, you should meet my daughter, Heather or Chloe. Okay? And then, maybe she takes you by the arm, and gently escorts you to, this small crowd where her daughter is. And now, oh yeah, so and so, this is Chloe, and then you just take it from there. Try not to, again, do not be impressed by a woman's beauty. Do not be impressed by a woman's beauty. Why? Because there are 9s and 10s everywhere, little do you know. Most people think that, 9s and 10s are rare. Yes, in relative context, yes, they are rare, but at the same time, no, they're not rare. Okay? Beauty is common. Any woman can doll themselves up with war paint and makeup. Personally, I like eyeliner, makeup. To me, that's attractive. That really just sells it for me, okay? When a woman wears eyeliner. Just a little kink of mine. Don't be enamored by a woman's beauty. And now you can acknowledge, but again, in the proper, in like a moderate context, be like, yeah, you look beautiful, but I've met plenty like you. Okay, you're not the first. I'm halfway impressed. Now you're in. You're rubbing shoulders amongst the elites. Other elite men, people of prominence and stature, they're watching you. Now they're like, okay, this guy, in one foul swoop, on his first visit, on his first attendance, he's already socializing. Now they're curious. You unknowingly have opened more doors than you think. Now people are asking about you. Here's how you know you're doing well. The more people ask you questions, you've done something right. You don't want to be that guy just standing there and then they're just conversing and you're just like, you know what, because I've done that before. And, I end up kicking myself on the shin. And I'm like, no, just try to inject yourself into the conversation without trying too hard. But you have to have something to hook them with. Okay, what is it that do you have fascinating stories to tell? Have you witnessed a UFO and you've been abducted by aliens and now you get to tell the stories to these people who've never experienced that? Now they're like, ooh, tell me more. You're the life of the party. Now, I hate to use that term life of the party because you may be thinking to yourself, now you're like rude and loud, very loud and boisterous. No, relax. You can be the life of the party, but not too overtly, okay? So now, you have people's attention, okay? You've introduced yourself. You've kind of allowed them to know what you do for a living. But again, remember what I said. You're going to put your second best foot forward. The event ends, the night ends in a lovely fashion, okay? On a high note, okay? You part ways, a week goes by, and Johnny Wishbone is like, hey, dude, that was a good impression you did over there. You didn't let me down because, I stake and risked my reputation inviting you there because, you're an unknown. Now, guess what? So-and-so, Mr. Thompson said he would like to invite you to his yacht party. Now you're being invited to a yacht party. But in between, the people that you've met, you've exchanged conversations. You've exchanged contact details, numbers. Now you're following each other on Instagram or on other social media platforms. Now they're experiencing you. This is why I say you offer them your second best foot. You put out your second best foot forward. Now, when they go to your social media, typically it will be your Instagram. Now, on your Instagram, you are displaying your best foot forward, your best traits, your best talents, your best attributes, your best show your work, your best hashtag show your work. Now, people are talking about, now they want to collaborate with you. They're talking about, hey, listen, I happen to know Jeff Bezos's chef. And I see here you are quite the cook. Just say, for example, you like Salt Bay, okay? You've posted reels, videos on Instagram of you cooking and doing this Chinese, Japanese thingy where, these Japanese chefs where they play with knives, they toss them up in the air and they chop, scoop, collect, put them in the pan. You're just very seamless with it. You're just very a natural. Now, so-and-so wants you connect you with Jeff Bezos's chef, his personal chef. Jay-Z's personal chef. And they say, hey, listen, why don't you two get together at Beverly Hills at this particular mansion, and yeah, maybe you could show him some of your skills. Opportunity. You meet up, you have a play date together. You have your play date together, and guess what? You are having a play date with no homo, no Diddy. I mean, business. This is business here. This is not just, when I say play dates, I'm not actually talking about like some romantic. No, of course not. Business, a business play date. You were able to spend a day together. You hung out with chefs, Jeff Bezos' chef. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. You hang out with someone who has easy access to Jeff Bezos. You are 1 or 2 steps away from meeting Jeff Bezos himself. It's like rock climbing. Little by little, okay? Now, let's just say now it's Kim Kardashian's personal trainer. It goes by the name of Tyrese, right? No, not Tyrese Gibson. Let's just use a typical name, right? Or it can even be a female, one of Kim Kardashian's female personal trainers, okay? And now she happens to scroll on Instagram and she saw you on the explore page because these people tend to know each other. She saw Jeff Bezos' chef hanging out and taking selfies with you. And now Kim Kardashian's trainer, let's just say her name is Caitlin or Katie. She's scrolling Instagram and she's like, hey, that's Peter. Peter, the personal chef of Jeff Bezos. He's hanging out with so and so. Who is that? Now she wants to know more. And then now she hits you up. Talking about, hey, listen, I see you are in good shape. Maybe you could invite me and show me some, what you could, or I could show you a thing or two about personal training. Mind you, you're not hanging out, you haven't made contact with the elites. You're making contact with their subordinates, with their personal chefs and personal trainers. You hang out with Kim Kardashian's personal trainer. Kim Kardashian happens to, word on the streets, she hears, through the grapevine that, Caitlin took you up as a client. And you had a training session together, and you just happened to post it on your IG stories, and Kim Kardashian happened to see that. This is what we call, again, as a hot referral. And now Kim Kardashian, you're on her radar. She's like, oh, who is this guy, being a client of my personal trainer, whatnot. You get the idea. But again, this doesn't happen. You're not gonna enter the door in the first place without offering something of value, having something of value to offer. A skill set. You have expertise in something. You're knowledgeable about something. For the mere fact that you are friends with so-and-so who are connected to certain people. Boom. But again, you need to have some ways to convert those people. To make them say, oh, okay, I know, I see why the people in the elite circles, Hollywood directors, producers, I see why people are starting to, rally behind this guy. You're starting to get some notoriety and attention. Have something of value to offer and monetize that. Social media and the internet is your friend. Okay? And then at some point, hey, Kim Kardashian's trainer say, hey, listen, I'm on my way to have a session with Kim Kardashian. Would you like to join me? and just hang out for dinner afterwards. Okay, you may sit and wait until I'm done with Kim Kardashian as my client, and then you can stick around. That's huge. Very few people stick around or hang around Kim Kardashian's circle. Kim Kardashian does not know a lot of people. She only knows, your Ryan Seacrests of the world, the producer of the show Keeping Up the Kardashians. The elites don't interact with many people. They don't. I mean, they interact with other elites, but that's a very small, exclusive circle. Black tie events, all white parties are a means for you to grease the tires. It's an opportunity for you to grease the tires. It's yours to lose at that point if you're able to get an invite. But again, you need to enter as someone and as a halfway established person with value and expertise to offer in return. If you've been watching this far, thank you so much for watching. And remember, the Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit and don't fall for the psyops. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.
Awaken from the slumber, this world's a digital maze. The hybrid of illusion, we're trapped within its haze. My blood